All right, this is your 3.1, Chapter 3 review. Section 3.1 is where this top part came from. So, the first one here, my reasoning is alternate exterior. And remember, you can use these reasons down here. So, alternate exterior. So, outside of the parallel lines. So, this is outside kind of the parallel lines, and so is this. They are on opposites or alternating sides of the transversal. So 84 and 6 are called alternate exterior angles. 7 and 1 are also called alternate exterior. So 84 and 6 will have the same measure of 84. 7 and 1 will have the same measure. You can calculate 1 because it is supplementary with 84. The supplementary adds up to 180. And then we can use vertical angles. So vertical angles, 1 and 3 are vertical, and 7 and 5 would be vertical, 4 and 6 are vertical, and 84 and 2 are vertical. So if two things are vertical, they have the exact same measure. Let's see, what else? Alternate interior. So they are inside the parallel. They are on opposite sides of the transversal. So 3 and 5 would be called alternate interior. 4 and 2 would be called alternate interior, and those have the same measure. So there are lots of different ways that you can get your answers over here. You just have to find the easiest way that works for you. On the bottom part, here are the answers for those. A lot of this we just talked about. So alternate exterior, they're on the outside of the parallel lines and they're on opposite sides of the transversal. 2 and 7 would be alternate exterior. Alternate interior, 3 and 6, and 4 and 5. Corresponding just means they're in the same position. So such as 2 is in the upper left, 5 is in the upper left. You can always replay this, rewind it. I'm going to start going pretty quickly here. Vertical angles then, again, would be the 6 and 8, or 5 and 7 would be examples. Those are going to have the same measures. Go ahead and flip the page. This top part comes from section 3.2. Interior angles always add up to 180 degrees. So you can see my equation set up and solving. Once you get an answer, check it. 39 plus 125 plus 16. If it adds to 180, you're awesome. And you can move on. If it doesn't, fix it. Next section, exterior angles always equal the sum of the non-adjacent interior angles. So, sorry for my shakiness. This outside angle, the exterior angle, is equal to these two added together. The sum add of the non-adjacent interior. This one is equal to those two added together. Exterior is equal to the two non-adjacent interior added together. So 3x is equal to the other two added together. 4x plus 9, the exterior, is equal to the two interiors added together. And then you solve your equation and then check it. If 42 plus 51 do add up to give you the exterior, you did it right. If not, try again. Next ones come from section 3.3. So we're using that formula. The sum of the interior angle measures is equal to the number of sides minus 2 times 180. So when you count, be careful. You might put a little mark where you start. You can put a mark on each one as you count around. Okay, and then use your calculator. Same thing on this one. Use that formula. Moving to the next problems. 15 and 16 are pretty lengthy problems. You can see a lot of work on here. You start the same way because we're still on interior angles of a polygon. So you can use this formula. There were 8 sides. So doing that math, you get that all of the interior angles add up to 1080. And then what I've done here is I've set up an equation. X, which is here, plus 3x, plus all of these add up to 1080. Combine like terms and solve. You get 88.5. You can always add up all of these interior angles to check yourself to make sure they equal 1080. Same on this one. 5 sides, do the math, that's 540. Set up your equation, solve for x. Again, once you get x, x is 60. So this one is going to be 3 times 60 minus 6. So if you add up 174, 60, 85, 120, and 101, it should be equal to 540. Check your work as you go on the test. 17 and 18, again, with that same formula. I've kind of shortened my work here. So this is 6. So remember, you do 6 minus 2 to get 4. 4 times 180 is 720. Since this is a regular polygon, you will then divide by the number of sides or the number of angles, which are the same, and get 120. Same on 18. Okay, count the sides. Be careful. I would suggest you count the sides twice on the test. Numbers 19 and 20. All of the exterior angles of any polygon add to 360. So you have to find, if this is a 4-sided figure, it's going to have 4 exterior angles. Adding all of those together is going to add up to 360. Combine like terms and solve. And then you can check it. Again, when you get x is 21, do 3 times 21 to get that. 4 times 21 minus 1 to get that one. That one's already there for you. 5 times 21 plus 4. Add together 109, 63, 83, and 105. If that adds up to 360, you did it correctly. If not, fix it. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-sided figures, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 angles. Be careful and don't miss this one. Okay, if it's 90 here, it's 90 there. Again, all those added together, exterior angles always add to 360. Combine like terms, solve. When you get 30, plug that back into every x up here, 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 and here. Add those numbers together. If they add up to 360, you did it correctly. If not, you need to do it again. Last page. Telling whether triangles are similar, you need to find at least 2 similar angles. So I did extra work, more than you'll need to. I solved for x and got 43. Okay, neither one of these is 43, so that's going to tell me 47 is the same in both, but 43 is not over here. So that's enough work right there to tell me no, there are not enough congruent angles. Okay, there's only the one. Or you could have solved for y and found that it was 91. Well, they're both 47, but 91 is not equal to 90, so they're again using this one. No, you did not have to show both. But there are not, really I should have said here, not 2 pairs of congruent angles. Number 22 goes back to that same formula. Can these 5 find the 6th angle with these 5? Hexagon 6 sides. So you find that it's 720. Should be. All 6 should add up to 720. So you can take off the ones you already have and get 161. Again, check it. Add those 6 numbers. If they add to 720, you're awesome. If not, go back and do it again. Last one with the setting up the similar triangles. We've talked about how it may be great for you to turn your paper if you have trouble seeing these. So you can just see it really easily. So I call this one the base and this one the height when my 90-degree angle is in the lower right corner. So if you need to help you label these, turn your paper over. Okay, and now with that right angle in the lower right corner, you can see that this would be your height and that would be your base. Okay, however you need to label it. If it includes turning over your paper, do it. Okay, or you can talk about corresponding sides, would also help. Use labels to set up your proportion, cross multiply, and solve. And then make sure your answer makes sense. If the long side here is the bottom, or the base, and it's, about 3 times as big, 3 times 3 would be 9, so it's a little less than 3 times as big. Does 9 times 3 would be 27. Is our answer a little less than 3 times as big? Yes. So make sure your answer makes sense. Study, rework any problems on separate paper that you're missing. You can always listen to these again. When you study, you can do little things like memorizing the vocabulary that goes with these. Same down here. When you get to these, you need to have memorized that interior angles of a triangle add up to 180. You need to know that the exterior angle is the sum of the non-adjacent interior. You need to be familiar with this formula. We use it again and again and again through 15, 16, 17, 18, and then here's another one. Exterior angles of a polygon. Any shaped polygon will always add to 360. And Then similar triangles. In order to tell that two triangles are similar, you have to have at least two pairs of congruent or matching angles.